All right, we are back with part 19. We're about to leave the dark dimension, so let's talk to Beast.
What a dreadful debacle this devolved into.
What happened to your cheery outlook, Beast?
Oh, it still stands strong. It has merely been temporarily trumped by the megalithic magician and his flaming facade.
At least we got the reality stone, right?
Indeed, a fortuitous finding we could never have anticipated upon arriving in this dismal dimension. I am excited to examine it upon returning.
Home? Oh, right, to the X-Mansion.
Calm your concerns, comrade. This sapphire scientist has friends with formidable facilities all over our world, and on countless others.
Wakanda?
You cannot destroy the darkness.
He's right, Juno. Dormammu feeds off this dimension's endless arcane energies. He can't die in this place. But we most definitely can. And if Dormammu spills this black magic into our world, he would be unstoppable there too. Of course, without the reality stone, he can't merge our dimensions together. And without the darkness to fuel him, he wouldn't last long. So, if I can open a portal back to our plane of existence, perhaps we can take the stone somewhere safe. Or at least somewhere safer than this.
I'm guessing Wakanda.
We came here to
Or the
escape
moon.
the chaos of Earth. Our people were trapped at the heart of far too many conflicts over the centuries. Assailed from all sides by those who wish to harm or exploit
Attilan.
us. Only by removing ourselves from their world would we ever truly hope to find peace. So, tell us, my dear sister. Why have you opened our doors to the same chaos we fought so hard to leave behind?
No matter how we may try to cut ourselves off from our home planet, my queen, we still have friends and allies who need our help. Who are we to ignore their plight?
We are Inhumans. As both humans and mutants alike have repeatedly reminded us, we stand alone. And unless your friends can convince the king otherwise, so do they.
Okay. Alright, so we don't need... We're gonna get rid of... Get rid of Elsa for now. We're gonna bring back in Thor. Hero select. So we only have 6 more to unlock right now.
The son of Odin shall
Wow,
answer
Thor has
your
fallen
prayers.
behind. I'd love to bring... You know what? We gotta bring in Crystal here.
This princess is willing to get her hands dirty.
The son of Odin shall answer your prayers.
Alright, so we're a little under-leveled for her and Thor, but we'll get back. Let's just go to the lab real quick. I don't know how much alliance enhancement tokens we got. Not many at all. But you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna... I know that I'm kind of venturing off the path, but increase mastery by 50. I should probably look into what mastery does specifically. I'm just gonna make sure we get our health boosted. That's what I really need the most right now. I'm struggling with health. I want to get this all done, but I'll settle for some extra health now. Team. Let's look at... wow, that really doesn't do that much extra, so... Alright, whatever. So, we have Crystal. Oh, I guess Crystal can't talk to Crystal. Your Majesty, we implore you to aid us in our quest. Your Majesty. Maybe we should talk to the Queen instead. Yeah.
For the sake of my sister, I will hear what you have come to say. But I guarantee no more. Now speak.
We need a safe place to examine the Infinity Stones, Queen Medusa.
We know of these stones. And the fact that you would bring them here puts all of Attilan in jeopardy. Such recklessness is typical of your kind.
Maybe it's time to put aside our differences and find peace between our races, Your Majesty.
That time has long since passed. We have been hunted by humans for centuries. The scars from our war with the mutants are still fresh. The only allies we have left dwell within this city.
I seem to recall our people fighting alongside each other more often than against. And with the Infinity Stones in play, we'll need every hero we can get, unless you plan to hide up here forever.
The Inhumans hide from no one. Our removal from Earth was a strategic maneuver for the protection of our people.
It might be easier to ignore what's happening on Earth, but Black Order is trying to gather the Infinity Stones so that Thanos can destroy it. Can you just sit on your throne and let that happen?
I cannot. Attilan may be among the stars now, but Earth will always be our home. I believe my king would agree. Our cousin Gorgon will escort you to the lab.
Alright, where you at, Gorgie? Oh, man.
Find him.
Has all of Attilan gone mad?
All times. We almost have 1 million gold.
Hurry! We must deliver him to the infirmary at once.
If we don't get Gorgon some help fast, he's not going to make it.
Is that Thane?
Thane, Gorgon has been gravely wounded. You must attend to him immediately.
I'll see what I can do, Your Majesty.
This is not good.
Go, big guy. This should stop the bleeding. Before you know it, you'll be back on your feet. Or hooves.
Some sort of amber. Intriguing. I don't believe we've had the pleasure, young man. Huh? Oh.
Few have. Thane came to us from the Inhuman colony of Orelon, seeking sanctuary.
Sanctuary. From what, pray tell?
Not what, but rather who.
My father. Turns out he's a maniacal alien warlord bent on universal domination. And for some reason, he really wants me dead. His name is Thanos. If you're lucky, you've never heard of him.
Luck hasn't exactly been on our side today, my boy. But I have a feeling that may be about to change.
Wow, Thane. I don't think Thane has ever been in a game before that I can remember.
Oh, hey there! How are you doing? Because I'm currently hanging out on the moon with the Inhuman royal family, and I'm totally trying not to freak out.
Aren't you an Inhuman too?
Well, yeah, but I'm an Inhuman who lives in Jersey City. These are Inhumans who live on the moon. There's a big difference.
Do you have any relation to the royal family?
Not that I know of. But I do have their poster on my bedroom wall.
Why don't you move to Attilan to be with your people?
Because I have school, and the commute from the moon to Jersey kinda stinks. Ooh, unless they're willing to loan me Lockjaw on weekdays.
You should look into that.
I'll get right on it. You know, once our current universe-shattering dilemma is all wrapped up.
Attilan is under attack from within, Your Majesty. If you have any idea who could have wounded Gorgon and turned those creatures against us, now's the time to speak up. Oh, right, the whole voice that shatters mountains thing. Never mind. Oh. I thought I was talking to... All right,
My deepest apologies. Attilan was built to be a safe haven.
Clearly someone thinks otherwise. They hurt Gorgon and attacked us with whatever those things were.
Alpha Primitives. They were a subclass of the Inhuman race, performing labor and other menial tasks.
So they're slaves?
That is a harsh way of putting it. The Alpha Primitives merely do what they were designed to do.
Well, it seems like they're on strike. Any idea who might have convinced them to rise up?
I have my suspicions, but I dare not believe them.
Ha, Maximus.
Well, do you have something to say?
Why didn't you tell us you had a brother?
I do not. Despite popular belief, Thanos is not my true father. He slaughtered my species and took me from my homeworld, kicking and screaming.
And then he turned you into his own personal weapon, right?
As he did to all his so-called children, myself and Nebula included. Some of his experiments were clearly more successful than others.
So Thane is like you then, handpicked to be one of Thanos' warriors?
No, I've never seen him before. But I have heard whispers of one true heir. Whispers Thanos himself desperately sought to silence.
If Thanos collected children, why would he want to kill his own flesh and blood?
Thanos worships death. To him, creating life is not an honor. It is an insult to his very nature.
Sounds like a real fun guy.
You have no idea. But you will soon enough.
Salutations, my tenacious teammate.
You seem to have developed quite an interest in Thane, Beast. Why?
Merely a hypothesis, but having the progeny of our nemesis as an ally could prove advantageous.
Do you think that the amber he generates could come in handy too?
Indeed. In fact, it might become more beneficial in our quest than you can currently comprehend. Of course, I will need to run an in-depth analysis.
There's no way we can get back to your lab at the X-Mansion.
Fear not. I once collaborated with the Inhumans to evaluate the effects of their Terrigen mist on my fellow mutants. Much of my equipment is still here in Attilan.
Should we leave you to your work?
Performing scientific studies on the moon isn't work. It's my furry blue dream come true.
Alright. So it seems as though the last thing we have to do is talk to Thane. So let's do that.
How can I help you?
Is your father really Thanos?
So I'm told. I've never actually met him, and I can't say I'm too upset about that fact, seeing that he tried to have me killed as soon as he found out about me.
So, are you an alien like him or an Inhuman?
A bit of both. My mother was an Inhuman from the lost city of Orlan. After the Black Order decimated our colony to get to me, I had no choice but to flee here.
Do you know anything about the Infinity Stones?
Only legends, and none of them end well. If my father wants them so badly, though, I've got to believe some of them are true.
Legends can always be rewritten.
Let's hope so. Until then, I have a patient to tend to.
Alright.
Where am I?
Somewhere safe. Now try to rest and...
No. Nowhere in Attilan is safe. I remember now. He's lost his twisted mind. Again.
Oh, come now, cousin. Is that any way to talk about the new king of the Inhumans?
I'll use my ammo to shield Gorgon from further damage. You focus on the Alpha Primitives.
I should have known you were behind this, Maximus. Only you would dare betray our people.
I am nothing if not predictable. Isn't that right, brother? Ah, the silent treatment, as always. But I'll give you something to talk about. Just wait.
Elemental attack!
I like Krista so far. I think I liked her when I was playing with her earlier too. And she leveled up. Let's get some help with Deadpool.
You may have power, but you lack imagination. It is time that someone with true vision took the throne.
The Inhumans are the closest thing to a family I have now. I'm not a fighter, but I guess this is my battle now.
I guess we're
This
just gonna
isn't the
keep
first
going.
time Maximus has tried to claim the throne from his brother.
Not even close. The guy's a brilliant inventor, but he's never been quite right in the head.
Still, mad or not, he is family. We refuse to give up on him, even if he refuses to change his ways.
Fire burst!
Oh, am I frozen? Just make sure I get all my health back. Alright, actually, Thor needs some health. Alright, cool. With a K. There's Maximus.
Feel my thunder!
You always thought I was insane, but I know exactly what I'm doing, and I relish every twisted moment.
Maximus, it doesn't have to be this way. We can help you if you let us.
By locking me away in a palace cell
Oh,
again?
come on.
I think not.
Turn around. Did, like, no damage. How is it
What a joy! Fighting my own flesh and blood over and over grows tiresome. This should be an interesting change of pace. Your pathetic attempts to resist are almost adorable. Yeah.
Time to make some magic.
walked right into that.
Elemental attack!
Oh, that was a well-timed level up. Figure out where he is.
Feel my thunder!
Is that really all you've got? I've gone from mad to bored.
Oh wow, I'm like fighting the air right now. I lost track of where he was. God. He seems to always know where I am though. Big, well-timed level up. Cool.
If you're done, I have a city to rule. What a
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Your time on the throne is about to expire.
Over here. I can generate enough amber to protect you. Stay close to me.
Where's he at?
Delightful.
Oh, that's stupid. You gotta go under there.
Time to make some magic.
Elemental attack!
No. He's barely even stunned.
Level up.
he's over there. Oh no, where am I? Over there. Huh.
Feel my thunder!
I didn't get in there fast enough. Wow, we didn't do that. I'll tell you that.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
What a joy!
You know, it should be like simple enough to just turn around. Back it back. I made it in this time.
Is it now?
Elemental attack!
There we go.
Curse you.
Is it clear now who wears the crown?
Whew. Alright, lots of people to talk to. We did the Maximus Boss Battle here. So let's just go ahead and call it a video. I don't know if we've got more to do in Attilan or if we're going to go travel somewhere else, but hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see ya.